to make the grab as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for two. Watson now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We're back now in KC. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Watson, eluding the pressure right. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 43 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking tough.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. McCoy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 56 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this results in 6. Touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They fake the give. Now Mahomes buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Mahomes firing complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. we've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out to his left. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Watson flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. 0-15.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Hey, dribble it. H3.
Back to throw, Mahomes. This is caught, Watkins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.